Joining me now from here in Washington is Dan Ye. He is CEO and co-founder of the online platform CollegeNode. So Dan, we know that more and more people have been using technology during the pandemic, but especially during Spring Festival, helping keep traditions alive. We've seen a lot more video chats, digital red envelopes, and virtual live streamed lion dances. So do you think these things are here to stay?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Technology has made connecting with our family and friends easier. And if you think about it, these major holidays, really the whole point boils down to seeing your loved ones, reconnecting with your family, reconnecting with your friends. We are all busy, we work many hours, and the Spring Festival is a time in which we take a break and we make those connections alive again.
We also heard a lot of stories of people who had to stay in the big cities. They couldn't travel back to their hometowns. And so they actually outsourced their family reunion meals by using food delivery apps and ordered it in from restaurants. And they also even used their grocery delivery apps. Have you heard of any other trends when it comes to food and technology?
Well, one of the very interesting and exciting trend is virtual reality. So I have seen families using virtual reality trying to chat with each other. And we're not talking about just a face-to-face WeChat. We're talking about family members putting goggle on their eyes. And you can see your mother thousands of miles away as if she's right in front of you. Now, this technology is still a work in progress, but in 2 or 3 years, I believe you will be able to enter into a virtual room with all your families sitting right next to you, and you can feel them in three-dimensional. And that will be a very exciting technology going forward.
That is interesting because I've tried VR, but I visited certain cities, so I don't know how I'd feel about seeing my relatives. It might be a little weird. But has all of this, though, sparked a larger kind of tech industry? Has this created new jobs to accommodate this kind of demand during the pandemic? What else is on the horizon?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a huge demand. If you look at the pay in the tech sector is much higher, and part of it is because it reflects the supply and demand for skillful engineers, 3D architects, and game designers. So the sector is definitely hot and it's expanding leaps and bounds, and we're definitely going to see higher demand in this sector and more cool technologies rolling out in the very near future. I would say in the next 3 to 5 years, there will be a whole slew of products that we do not even know exist yet right now.
Right, it might be tech that we just didn't realize we can't live without. What about in terms of robots or artificial intelligence? Are you hearing anything coming down the pipe that we could look forward to?
Yeah, so artificial intelligence definitely augment the ability for machines to interact with us. So these can be machines that make interacting with your family easier. It can be interacting with other machines easier. So one of the trends I have seen is that among young people, many of them during the spring holiday go into this binge of playing video games of days. And I think that is actually a trend here to stay. In the last 10 years, I have seen more and more young people engaging in this video gaming binge during the spring holiday. And I think by the time they have kids and their kids grow up, that will become the tradition in those families. And so tradition is definitely an evolving term. What the tradition was, 50 years ago was different than the tradition 10 years ago. And it will be different than the tradition 10 years from now. And I cannot even imagine what it will be like in 10 years and what we will be celebrating.
There could be some exciting times ahead. Dan Ye, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, thank you.